We had a bottle of milk underneath my seat 4 months. Had no idea. It was all clabbered and just really bad.
He died in the room he was born in.
We are shoppers,
Mm-hmm.
clearance shoppers, penny shoppers, couponers. That's what we do.
What I realized that what I really wanted was peace. We're the Southern Prosperity Podcast.
Yes, we are.
Hey guys, we're going to talk about decluttering.
Oh my gosh, that is not...
And minimalism. Oh yeah, I love it.
The strange thing is she actually has a minimalistic home. Like there's nothing anywhere. There's no
I have a bookshelf.
This is the clutteriest you're gonna see. So if you were to be a clearance shopper, could you do that? Have you ever couponed?
Yeah.
You did. What did you do with your stuff?
Oh no, now the only way I couponed is I'm already going to buy this. Okay, so I did do coupons, but the only way, and I still do.
You did.
The only way I use coupons is I need that anyway.
But what about if you need to buy 3 of them?
I buy toilet paper, paper towels, and Kleenex in bulk. That's about it.
Where do you put those?
In my cabinet in the utility room.
Your cabinet's big enough for bulk paper towels?
Well, when I'm talking bulk, I'm talking 12 packs.
Oh my gosh.
Like a 4 to 6 or 8 pack of Kleenex, 12 pack to 18 pack of toilet paper, and, 8 rolls of...
Yeah, that's just regular. That's
really?
not bulk.
It's just me and my husband. And we're little people, and we don't consume a lot.
Okay, so
I'm
like
not a consumerist. I am.
I can tell.
I'm a minimalist. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you how I got into this.
Okay, I'm ready.
I owned a shop, a retail cosmetic shop, and I had a dress shop attached to it with clothes, ladies. It was a beautiful ladies boutique, kind of upper end. I had 3 lines of jewelry. I had handbags, shoes, clothes, lots of dresses, everything I wear, basically. I sold. And I would go to shows and spend $50,000 for just a season of clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And this became so huge. I mean, it was very popular and it did so well for several years. But then it became overwhelming. I mean, I was bringing home, because, when they sell you things, they're like, but you got to wear what you're selling. You got to wear it.
You got to wear
girl, I was wearing it. Let me tell you.
Okay.
I had, every day I would be bringing home clothes, and it just became too much. I mean, there was a time before we bought this particular house that I was just piling clothes up in the corner because I didn't have time to wash them or whatever. I needed to take them to the cleaners, it just became overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And all these years, there was like these 10 or 15 years that my husband and I had moved to the country, and I had in my mind this dream home. I'm going to build this 2,400 square foot home. We've spent $70 a month or more on a storage facility in the Memphis area after we moved out here to the country and lived simply in a little single wide trailer. We stored all of this huge oak furniture, all these portraits, and all of this stuff that was going to fill up my 2,400 square foot home.
Yeah.
That I had this dream home in my head all these decades.
Okay.
Until the Lord finally impressed upon me, why would you do that? Why would you have all of this stuff? It's you and your husband. Your only daughter is grown. You have you don't have any grandchildren that was going to take over any of this. Yeah. Your siblings are all living in different states. I mean, there was nobody to even enjoy or even, take over this stuff after we were gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I started thinking, do I really want? And then I found this guy online.
You did?
Can I say his name? Joshua Becker.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
The Minimalist.
The Minimalist.
Yeah. And he was talking about decluttering. And I've been very OCD all my life. So I've been very organized. Even in my chaos, it was an organized chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts with the car.
The car.
And says, if you're going to start decluttering, just start with your car. Start easy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's not easy.
Because most of us have a mess of a car. Do you have a mess of a car?
I do. I mean, I normally do. When I drove every day to work, horrible. Especially with the kids and like takeout and all that. That's even horribler. Because then you can get critters and mold and mildew, and stuff. Yes. We had a bottle of milk underneath my seat 4 months. Had no idea. It was all clabbered and just really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you have no idea how bad my car has gotten. But I will tell you this. It is not as bad as one of my friends' dad's cars. He was a disabled veteran and he had like half of his jaw was removed. He ate potted meat. But but anyways, they had a maroon convertible, and he was taking care of these 2 young girls. The whole bottom of the car was like this thick of just like black sludge, like maybe cockroaches in there and like whatever else. Like it was just food and like junk and just like everything, because he couldn't physically. He was I think he was probably in his 80s. He was 70s, 80s, something like that. The mom got hooked on drugs and she went on out because he had a really nice, I don't know, pension or money coming in from the military or whatever. So they had all the money you could, they had more money they could spend. And, but no, it was just those little girls. When I say little, I'm talking about a 4 or 5 year old and a 8-year-old. And I was there, the 8-year-old too. And, but anyways, their whole house was like, you can only imagine if you have one parent that sits in the couch, gets up, uses the restroom, comes back and sits, goes to the kitchen, gets his potted meat and sits back down and doesn't actually physically do anything else, how bad the house would get. Yeah. And they had dogs. That is the other thing. The dogs would pee everywhere, and the 5-year-old would pee everywhere, and there was cockroaches everywhere. And yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad.
Way above and beyond.
Yeah, I know. I know. But hold on. So when you have a best friend that grew up like that, and say, my mom never went inside. She didn't know how bad it was. Yeah. You got to go into these people's houses, guys. So she would drop me off. Oh, I talked to his dad, blah, blah, blah. Everything was cool. But no. And then there was holes in the walls because her brother was a teenager and came home, and they were fighting and stuff and all that. And then so, I mean, it was just a horrific way of living. But they lived. They all survived, and he lived until he was really old. And then I had another friend where she was older than me. She was 3 or 4 years older. Her name's Tana. If you're out there, please contact me because I miss you. She lived, this is in Woodward, Oklahoma. If you know a Tana Koppel, is her maiden name. But anyways, so her family, everything was fine. It was great. They had a big 2-story house. Everything was wonderful. I think she had like a sister-in-law that lived, or a brother-in-law or somebody lived in like a little building or whatever. But anyways, her room was upstairs and it would get messy. Like there would be messiness, but the rest of the house was fine. And so I don't know, just seeing the two different friends growing up and then seeing the way that we lived, which I lived in.
How was that?
What?
How did you
live? I live?
How did you grow up?
You know, so we lived in like a little white house in a subdivision whenever I was little. And I remember having like, I was too young to even remember cleaning at all in any way, but I remember there was like this corner thing, like where the phone was in the corner, and there'd be junk all up in there. And I would remember seeing that because whenever we moved, she left all that junk there. I remember all this stuff still being there. I'm like, we need to go get, because I think there's probably money over there. It's like, we need to go get that or whatever. But anyways.
That was your mother.
Yeah.
That just left.
Yeah, and her husband at the time. They bought 10 acres of land and we got a double wide trailer.
Did your mother clean? Because I came from a mother, and then my grandmother was living with us by the time I was maybe 11 because her husband had died, my papa. And they were cleaners. We didn't always live in the best of the best. As a matter of fact, we lived in an old antebellum home with the 13-foot ceilings, but it was clean. I mean, real hardwood floors. And my family were
So it's
clean.
never been clean. I don't remember it ever being like you know, whatever clean. But there was never anything anywhere. But my mom would turn on the radio and she would jam out and she would clean and we would all help, and it was fun. It was just something that we all did together and it wasn't a chore. And so we would always clean and just, you know, jam out to the radio and do the dishes and vacuum and all that. And so now today in life, I can't clean without music. No, I get distracted or something, and nobody wants to listen to the same music in my household for some strange reason. And they don't clean with me. Oh,
you have to start them out at a very young age.
And yeah.
And maybe so, listen to some of their music at a time.
Maybe. But I don't know why they can't clean with me instead of against me.
Well, I watched my mother organize and state everything was pretty neat. Not, I don't think she was probably a type, she was definitely a type A, probably perfectionist. I get a lot of that from her. My daddy was a little more of a hoarder. He would.
Hey guys, oh my gosh, if you love this awesome short little episode, guess what? It is over an hour long. If you want to see it, make sure to go over there and subscribe to this awesome channel because we have some awesome stuff going on. We're going to have so many different videos about any and everything you can think of. I love you guys. Please go over there and subscribe to this awesome channel. It's our podcast. Please. Pretty please.
You got a message?
Southern Prosperity Podcast. I guess that's it. Just right here. We are so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for being here and supporting our channel and subscribing. Share it with a friend if they need any of this awesome motivation. All right, guys, this is totally the next video you totally need to watch.
We're the Southern Prosperity Podcast.
Yes, we are.